Hi friends, it's Julia. I am here with day number 17 of my Christmas catch-up series, or Layout a Day. And for this one, I am starting off with a 2-page sketch from Scrapbook Generations and Debbie Sanders. It is a 6-photo sketch, and I am using 5 photos. So it'll be a little bit different than what they have in the original sketch, and that's okay. I won't show you the sketch content because it is paid content. And so, yeah, when that happens, because I've paid for it, they haven't released it as a general to the public sketch. So, yeah, if you want it, you're going to have to go over and subscribe to it, or pick it up, purchase it. Anywho, let me show you. I have a couple of pieces of cardstock that I have pulled in. These are the Colonial White from Close to My Heart. And I have these 3 sheets of Echo Park paper, Twice the Night Before Christmas, for all 3 of them. This one is a cut apart, and I don't know how I'm going to use it. It's the back side of the introduction sheet, and I don't know exactly if I'm going to cut a piece of this off, if I'm going to use the cut aparts. I don't know. And this one has that lovely, it looks, at first glance it looks black, but in the light of day, it has a very dark blue background feel. And then the red on this side, I actually pulled it for this side, but I'm okay to use the other side as well. These Christmas trees, and then this red plaid. So here's where I'm starting out. I haven't pulled anything specifically for this from my stash. So whatever I pull in, I pull in. And I will share that with you here in just a second. If you will give me a second, I will put this together and then show you what I have created. But in the meantime, if you're interested in seeing the other 16 layouts that I have created so far, please head over and check out the playlist called December 2022, and you will find all the layouts that I have created for this series. Anyway, guys, I appreciate you being here, and I'll be right back. Okay, friends, I am done with layout number 17. Let me show you what I have left over. These are the 3 papers that I brought in, and you can see I used the bulk of those too, but there's still some scraps. And I did end up using one of the pieces from here, the cut apart sheet, and then I brought in a couple of these papers. This is the back side of a piece of paper that I used a couple of days ago, and then that I used here, and then this is one from, gosh, when I first started around the first part of the month. Anywho, so I pulled in a little bit from each of those. Then I pulled in this alphabet to bring some black into the photo because some of the photos were kind of dark. And I wanted to balance that. For this sheet, I pulled my numbers from this green to create my date. Even though some of the embellishments that I pulled in already had these embellishments on them, I created another little cluster a couple little clusters that I needed some more of, so I pulled those back in. And I pulled in this washi tape, and it is getting near the end of its life, y'all. I had to piece the pieces together that I pulled off and cut because it is sticking to itself. It's getting super goopy sticky. So I think maybe after this year that one may be done. Now this is a 2-pager, so let me show you what I have created. There we go. I hope that gets all in view. Anyway, I pulled in this element from my stash. This one, these 3 elements are ones that I made this last summer. This one I made several years ago. There's that cut apart piece that I backed with the black, and then I added these little presents down here from that sheet that I had previously fussy cut out. And you can see, because the background has some dark elements to it, my tag had a dark ribbon. I wanted to put some dark along this photo, or sorry, this cut apart. And then I have these off-white, the same color as this, that colonial, is it colonial white or vanilla? Maybe parchment. I don't remember the color paper. I think it's colonial white from Close to My Heart. I had scraps of that in my scrap bin, And so I pulled some of those out, and I just used some simple Sharpie markers. I had a black one, and then I had a green one, and then I busted my green one. I dropped it, and it landed tip down on the floor. So my lines look a little bit wonky the farther along I get, but it didn't stop me from using it. I used some foam adhesive to pop these up. This element, a couple of these packages, and this package, these already had some lump and bump and texture to them, so I didn't have to add any further texture behind those. But these all contain bits and pieces of elements that I absolutely adore. Like this one was so this little piece of paper here is a cutoff from a piece of paper that I have had for years, and I have just absolutely refused to get rid of it. That is scrap paper that I had die cut out. More scrap paper to create that little poinsettia flower. This paper in the back here and this little scallop piece here, as well as this piece, those are all scraps that I have had in my collection for years, and I just refuse to give them up. Same with this tag. Originally, background tag, maybe like a K & Company or something, I don't know, super old. This is an older paper. The glitter paper I've had in my stash, but I wanted to, you know, get some use out of this stuff that I have hung on to for years because I love it. And this is an embellishment that I made years ago that I love it. That's one of the reasons why I hang on to some of this stuff, is because I absolutely adore the papers and such that I've used, and I think it adds a little bit of continuity when you're flipping through the years in your albums and you see little bits and pieces of paper that carry over for years. You know, it gives that some authenticity, if you will, of using your supplies. I think so anyway. It may not seem that way to anybody else, but it does to me. If I'm looking through somebody's album and I recognize papers from year to year to year to year to year, it's like, wow, they love their stuff. They love their craft, because that's how I feel. I love it, so I hang on to it. And I get kind of a little bit nauseated when I see people clearing out their Christmas stash, and it's collections and embellishments and things that I know that I love and I have held on to for years, and I see people clearing it out, and it just makes me go, oh no, no, don't get rid of it, please don't get rid of it, use it, use it. Anywho, I know, I'm a little neurotic, people, what can I say? Anywho, so my layout is done. This is day number 17. If you want to see the other layouts in the series, check out my playlist, December 2022, and you will find the others there. I am past the hump, past the middle of the month, and we are sliding into home base. I'm hoping I can keep the momentum up through the end of the month. We'll have to wait and see as time goes by. My boss is out of town, and it's just me and a different physician that I don't typically work with. So we'll see how the days go and how much my stress level is. I'm hoping it'll be okay. Anyway, guys, I appreciate you being here. I would love it if you would flip me a thumbs up, and I will see you guys on the next video. Have a great day, everyone. Bye-bye.